William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Rose and the Yew Tree, a novel, by Agatha Christie, writing as Mary Westmacott. Performed by Daniel Philpott.
The moment of the rose and the moment of the yew tree are of equal duration. T.S. Eliot. Prelude. I was in Paris when Parfit, my man, came to me and said that a lady had called to see me. She said, he added, that it was very important. I had formed by then the habit of never seeing people without an appointment. People who call to see you about urgent business are nearly invariably people who wish for financial assistance. The people who are in real need of financial assistance, on the other hand, hardly ever come and ask for it. I asked Parfit what my visitor's name was, and he proffered a card. The card said, Catherine Ugubian, a name I had never heard of and which, frankly, I did not much fancy. I revised my idea that she needed financial assistance and deduced instead that she had something to sell, probably one of those spurious antiques which command a better price when they are brought by hand and forced on the unwilling buyer with the aid of voluble patter. I said I was sorry that I could not see Madame Ugubian, but she could write and state her business. Parfit inclined his head and withdrew. He is very reliable. An invalid such as I am needs a reliable attendant, and I had not the slightest doubt that the matter was now disposed of. Much to my astonishment, however, Parfit reappeared. The lady, he said, was very insistent. It was a matter of life and death, and concerned an old friend of mine. Whereupon my curiosity was suddenly aroused. Not by the message. That was a fairly obvious gambit. Life and death, and the old friend the usual counters in the game. No, what stimulated my curiosity was the behaviour of Parfit. It was not like Parfit to come back with a message of that kind. I jumped quite wrongly to the conclusion that Catherine Ugubian was incredibly beautiful, or at any rate unusually attractive. Nothing else, I thought, would explain Parfit's behaviour. And since a man is always a man, even if he be 50 and a cripple, I fell into the snare. I wanted to see this radiant creature, who could overcome the defences of the impeccable Parfit. So I told him to bring the lady up. And when Catherine Ugubian entered the room, revulsion of feeling nearly took my breath away. True, I understand Parfit's behaviour well enough now. His judgment of human nature is quite unerring. He recognised in Catherine that persistence of temperament against which, in the end, all defences fall. Wisely, he capitulated straight away and saved himself a long and wearying battle. For Catherine Ugubian has the persistence of a sledgehammer and the monotony of an oxyacetylene blowpipe, combined with the wearing effect of water dropping on a stone. Time is infinite for her, if she wishes to achieve her object. She would have sat determinedly in my entrance hall all day. She is one of those women who have room in their heads for one idea only, which gives them an enormous advantage over less single-minded individuals. As I say, the shock I got when she entered the room was tremendous. I was all keyed up to behold beauty. Instead, the woman who entered was monumentally, almost awe-inspiringly, plain. Not ugly, mark you. Ugliness has its own rhythm, its own mode of attack, but Catherine had a large flat face like a pancake, a kind of desert of a face. Her mouth was wide, and had a very slight moustache on its upper lip. Her eyes were small and dark, and made one think of inferior currants in an inferior bun. Her hair was abundant, ill-confined, and preeminently greasy. Her figure was so nondescript that it was practically not a figure at all. Her clothes covered her.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?